stick it in your pants, stick it in your bra. Have to expect the unexpected in life. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jessica, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about safety tips living alone in a new city, because I've been living in a new city for about 6 months now, and there's a lot of stuff that happened that no one ever told me about. So let's get right into it. I just want to say I'm sorry for my voice. For some reason, my voice sounds a little different. I think I have some allergies. So tip number one is make sure you have someone that's reliable that you can call in case of an emergency. If you are new to a city, you may not have a lot of friends, but hopefully you can either meet your neighbors or you have met someone since you've been living in this new city that you can call in case of an emergency. Next up is stay alert at all times. So in this day and age, social media, it pretty much runs our life, and we are so programmed to be out and just on our phone and just like look up and look down, but in reality, you are not fully present. So I really recommend, if you're out alone by yourself, especially at night, but at any time of the day, be alert and try to either keep your phone away or keep it in your hand. Another thing, if you're like out at night, keep your phone in your hand, but we'll get to that topic in a minute. Just stay alert. And if you're going somewhere, you're walking to your car, look all around you. Just really look at the environment, because you just want to stay as alert as you can, because I have probably avoided a lot of weird situations by just staying alert. Because staying alert, if I see someone that I'm kind of like suspicious about, I will walk the other way, or I'll drive the other way, or I'll just try to avoid that situation as much as possible. And the only way I'm able to do that is because I stay alert when I'm by myself. Next tip is, if you walk to certain areas, or if you run, or if you drive on the same route often, or you go to the same place pretty often, like it's a scheduled routine, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you go to this place at this time, try to take different routes. You have to be safe and you have to be careful as a female in a new city. People watch and you never know who's watching you. So if you have a consistent schedule, or you do the same thing publicly at the same time, same days, take a different route, go a different street. Another thing, take the main roads, because the side roads can be more quiet, and God forbid of an emergency or if something happens, there's no one really on those side streets. So if you can, try to take the main roads. If you are taking the same route, just really stay alert and always look around you. Like every few seconds, if I'm walking or if I'm biking or whatever I'm doing, if I'm by myself, I will constantly turn around just to make sure ain't no one behind me. Don't feel like you're thinking too much. For me, at least, I would rather be safe than sorry. Another tip, always have your phone on you, especially when you're alone. So there are times where I will go take the trash out. I'll think to myself, oh, I'll be right back. I don't need my phone. But if I'm going somewhere alone, I will always have my phone on me, because you never know what can happen. So whatever you're doing, if you're doing something alone, always have your phone on you. If you don't have a pocket, that's okay. Stick it in your pants, stick it in your bra. You have to expect the unexpected in life, especially in situations like living alone. So next up, if you're driving somewhere, try not to park too far from your destination. And if you do have to park far because there are no spots, try to park somewhere where there's light if it's dark, or somewhere where there's stuff going on, so you're just not secluding your car. Because if you have to park far away from your destination, you're gonna have to walk. And if you're walking alone, red flag for these creepy people out here in this world. Some of y'all might think I'm crazy, but I'm just safe. Like, I live alone in Miami. Have a designated place to put your keys once you get home. So I have certain friends, depending on the building, they have key fobs to open up their door. Some you have to use a key, some is like a fingerprint. But I have a friend who has to use a key, and there was one time where she left her keys in the door, and she called me, she's like, Jess, like, because she was just with me, do you have my keys? I'm like, no, like, you should check your car. I went out, checked my car. They were in her door. She left them in her door by accident. So that's why I say have a designated place to put your keys so you don't leave them anywhere. So another tip that I mentioned before, but I really want to stress how important this is Make friends with your neighbors. You don't have to become best friends with your neighbors, but it is so clutch to have some type of friendship with someone who lives next to you in case you have something left at your house or just anything. Okay, the next tip is very important. So put your phone down and give me your full undivided attention. If you live in an apartment building or a condo, or you're going to live in an apartment building or a condo, be aware of who gets on the elevator with you and be aware if they push a button or not, because it has happened to a friend I know that someone got on the elevator with them and didn't push a button and watched her get into her apartment, the exact apartment that she lives in. Like, if I have a gut feeling that someone just feels a little suspicious or I'm getting a weird vibe, we're all so programmed to just hit the floor we live on. Let's say you live on floor 50, hit floor 50, and then something's telling you, go hit another floor. I'm telling you, don't get off your floor, especially if you're by yourself and it's someone that you just have a weird feeling about. Take the stairs or you just get back on the elevator. It's none of their business. Don't feel like freaked out. Listen to your gut, because 99.9% of the time, your gut is right. I've watched enough seasons of Law and Order Special Victims Unit to freaking stay alert. Next up, back to social media. Do not share exactly when and where you are at that time and place. You may not think it if it hasn't happened to you, but people are stalkers. If you're posting exactly where you are at that time, someone can show up. So be careful. Like, for me personally, I don't want people to know where I am at that time. And listen, if you're posting something so the guy you're talking to can see you're at this place, so he can ask you what you're doing, or so he can come see you, don't do it. A real man will ask you what you're doing and where you are. You don't need to use social media to post like subliminal messages as to where you are so people would go. Don't do it. Lock your door. I don't care how safe you think your building is. Not really. This person asked, would you like to get barbecued tonight? I have a sore throat. I think I need soup. Okay, next up. Girls, we are gonna talk about dating. If I say girls or guys, please don't get offended. I don't want to offend anyone on this channel. I feel like you guys can feel my vibes. I'm genuinely doing this to help you guys. So please don't get offended if I say girl or guy. Sometimes I talk like that. Sometimes I'll call my girls a bro. Sometimes I'll call my guys girl. Like, it just comes out. So, dating in a new city, you want to be careful. Don't let them pick you up from your apartment. If you don't know them, don't let them pick you up from your apartment. I'm old school and I think the guy should pick the girl up, but if I don't know them, I'm not gonna let them come to see where I live. Although my building has security and you can't find out where I live or any of that, I just don't want it to happen. Number two, if you are going on a date with a new guy or girl in the new city, I don't wanna say hate, but as much as I don't like social media, make sure you do get their social media, because it can just give you some extra proof that like these people are real humans. And you might see if you have mutual friends, and if you have mutual friends, it might make you feel a little safer. If they ask you what building you live in, you can just be like, oh yeah, I live somewhere near this street and that street, or I live somewhere near downtown, you know, I live somewhere near south of 5th. Like, don't give them the exact building. Unless you're trying to have them come over, then you can give them the building. But don't make it that easy for them. Another tip is take the main roads. I think I said this before, but main roads are definitely safer. Although you might get some creepy people honking at you. Self-defense. If you can learn self-defense, I highly recommend it. If you could take some boxing classes, take some boxing classes. It's honestly good to just know how to defend yourself. Next, let's talk about weapons. So, if you can carry something on you to protect yourself and you feel comfortable and licensed and all of that, depending on where you live, protect yourself. There's pepper spray, people carry pocket knives, some people carry guns. you gotta do what you gotta do to protect yourself. You wanna make sure you're comfortable carrying that. And if you're not comfortable, don't. I'm not promoting you guys to carry guns and knives and freaking hacks and swords with you all the time. Another tip is add cameras inside your apartment. So you can go on Amazon, you can get the ring light also to put outside your apartment. Check with your management. They should let you, they shouldn't tell you that you can't, but keep cameras inside and outside. I keep repeating myself, you never know. Another thing when it comes to parking, be aware when you walk to your car, you can circle your car if you want because someone could be hiding. And I don't want any of this like freak you guys out. I'm just sharing things with you that I've seen either has happened to me or what, because living in a new city as a female can be very scary. And just don't play dumb, please be aware. If you could take anything away from this video is stay alert and stay off of your phone when you're by yourself, but keep your phone on you in case you have to call 911. And there's like certain buttons that you can set your phone up to like automatically call 911, so you can do that too. Thank you guys for watching this video. I know it was an interesting one. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know in the comments what I didn't mention that I should know that will help keep me safe, because I'm sure there's so many other things that I just either didn't mention or I don't know. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It really helps me out. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Come be friends with this family that we are building. We hit 500 subscribers the other day, and we're just going up because we are bringing all like-minded people to this channel together. But stay on the lookout for new videos. I'm gonna really be focusing more on self-development, lifestyle, growth, happiness, all things life. And I know I mentioned something about dating in my last video, like if you guys want to see a dating video, but no one left in the comments that they wanted to see it. So I think the next video I'm gonna make is my favorite running trails in Miami. Let me know if you want to see that. If you do, leave a sneaker emoji down below. But until then, I'll see you in my next one very soon. Mwah.